Morning, everybody. Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Day. Did you catch the King's Christmas message? It aired less than half an hour ago. My thoughts? Well, he started out with the traditional Christian message of the birth of Christ and how that kind of morphed into communities helping each other in times of need. Again, core Christian values reflected by the people of the Commonwealth, Britain, around the world indeed, and how that inspired him. And of course, that the royal family engages in those acts of uplifting communities as well through their work, and of course video footage of people in their communities helping each other, charities and otherwise, and then going on to members of the royal family at their engagements. And I mean, this is, on the whole of it, this is what you would expect from the king, head of the royal family, head of state, head of the church, that religious message in there. But then we knew there was going to be green sort of earth worship overtones to the speech at some point, because we'd had that preamble sort of put in our faces the other day about the sustainable tree, which we'll talk about in a minute. So yeah, we go from these core Christian values of a belief system and a religion and the birth of Christ, caring for each other, and then halfway through the speech, he morphs into a more pagan message about earth worship and how we have to care for and sustain not only each other, but the earth indeed, and embracing the religion of, the green agenda, which is, really a gateway to globalist control, of which we know the king is a part, the royal family is a part of the World Economic Forum, which spout these ideas of limiting our resources to save the earth, despite of the way that they behave doesn't seem to matter. And, I'm sorry to go on this kind of a tangent on Christmas Day. We should all be uplifted and happy and joyful, but life is shit. Life is shit, and we know it, and it's in our faces. Christmas Day, but what has changed? We've still got a king ahead of state, rubbing it in our noses, like, you gotta be greener. We gotta worry about the three-toed spotted owl habitat world, and just stop oil, and you better buy a heat pump and mend that sweater, fast. Bullshit. He's one of the biggest hypocrites. I mean, let's get to the tree, because we've got to talk about the tree. We heard the other day, there was a big spread in the press about, Charles is just, he lives by his green ethics, and it's a living tree this year. It was dug up, roots intact, and placed in the palace and being taken care of, and all the ornaments on the tree are hand-hewn, turned wood, whatever, sustainable, handmade, probably cost you a bloody fortune, because they would be, made to order. everybody can afford, handmade ornaments. What do we do? Toilet paper roll ornament. What? We cannot afford what he's selling us. This is how green are you? He's saying, look, I've got a living tree. And when he's done with Christmas, he's got a crew of master gardeners that can take that tree and replant it. So he didn't have to kill a tree for Christmas. Isn't that green of him? Who the hell has a herd of master gardeners that can do that for him? A group of shoppers that can source only the most sustainable, green, wonderful, hand-hewn ornaments for said bespoke Christmas tree. The turkey or goose or pheasant or whatever the hell they have probably, was shot on the Sandringham estate or something. The level of hypocrisy, when you can kind of see through that, is disturbing, especially at a time when everybody's under financial strain. Everybody's under emotional strain. Things are not how they used to be, even 5 years ago, pre-pandemic. Things have changed. Families are different. The cost of living is this should be a cartoon. How is this real? How did we get here? And everything's a conspiracy theory, but don't you know everything you've thought of that, people were saying were a conspiracy theory for the last 10 years? Well, and now they've all happened? How do you explain that? So here we are. The king, even in his Christmas message, is pushing the green agenda. He's pushing pagan paradise for us all, and the sacrifices we might have to make to attain that. Well, that's just the way it is, folks. But it's not gonna affect him. He's not gonna worry about the cost of living. So what did you take away from the king's speech? Are you still such a monarchist that even him, that it's inspiring to you? And if so, what do you find inspiring? Can you see through the agenda and see that, in a way, it's like predictive programming? He's telling his subjects what he expects from them, is what's happening. So people that say that, the king really doesn't have influence like he did 1,000 years ago, man, you're wrong. You're wrong. And this speech proves it. Oh, wow. Merry Christmas. Hope you all had a great day. And I'd love to hear your comments. Send me a comment. Love to see what you're all thinking. Like, subscribe, and here we go into a new year very soon. Bye for now.